Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another Throwback Friday episode, another great, fantastic episode of the Nonsense Podcast. I happen to be the host, the G of things to be, FM Bob. Really starting to like that extra title, by the way. And you heard it here first, because you haven't even seen the episode with that on it yet. It was recorded, but not produced yet. You'll see it next week. Boy, oh boy, is that next week episode going to be interesting. I apologize in advance. But it's not saying much for these last few episodes either. These last few episodes have all been doozies. But while I got her here, Kelly is here. She's the only one here. Because Invincible's not here, and I'm not going to point the camera that way because it would be pointless because he ain't even in here. But Kelly's here. Say hello.
Hello. Nameplate.
There you go. Fucking support, dog training. Support RK9. Support the Think Positive podcast because that is also an effing entertainment product. So
this goes out Friday, yes.
This is going out tomorrow as of right now.
People, there's an event if you're in Chicago. If you want to adopt a dog, there's adoptable dogs on Broadway in Chicago, on Broadway Street, right there.
Cool. You know what? We'll post it on my social media as of right now. So, and there might be an extra little link if there's a website link or something.
I will be there. So.
There you go. And I'll be there for a little bit. So
you won't be there when we're open.
Not when people are there.
Yeah.
But I'll be there if you're smart and you get there early.
If you're early.
Or you get there super late, you just might catch a glimpse of Bob.
Goodness.
It's crazy what you might be able to do in this world.
But yeah, if you want some adoptable dogs, if you want to catch some good eats or some deals on some pet stuff, or if you want to enter into a raffle for some a free dog walk or some discounts on some dog training, you got to get to the event. So
there you go.
Come out and go to the Lakeview Adopt and Shop.
There you go. There'll be a little link and maybe some information in the description below. Hopefully, see, this is what happens if you watch on time. Mm-hmm. See, if you watch late, you done already missed it.
Yeah.
This Saturday, be there or be square.
11 to 3.
11 to 3.
You got all the time, the whole Saturday.
All day. So you got all day today if you're watching on time. And even if you're just late and watch this Saturday morning, you still got a few minutes left. Mm-hmm. If you're in the Chicagoland area, there you go. See, look. Go, have some fun. Support the peoples.
Adopt a dog.
Adopt a dog.
They need you. And I think a lot of rescues are having like half off adoption fees or like no adoption fees.
And I like a sale.
And there's good sales.
There you go.
So if you're looking to get a new family member, now's the time.
And speaking of sales.
Goodness.
Maybe if you keep up with the effing entertainment like you're supposed to do and be on the Instagrams and be on the Twitters and whatnot, you might see a new promo code for a few percentages off on new effing merchandise. See? You say I don't put stuff on sale. You say I don't promote the stuff. Well, guess what? Not only am I telling you to go buy something, but there also might be a little smidget of a sale. A Juneteenth sale, if you will. A Father's Day special, if you will. See, you can't say I leave people out. But yeah, see? Just if you're on the Twitter space, if you just go to www.fnentertainment.com, you might notice that there's a promo code available for you. So get your shit ASAP right now because it's available. Either way, now that we got the promotions out of the way, how about I cut to just immediately just kicking off this Friday with a terrible joke? Because I like terrible jokes. So, and especially since Kelly's here, she likes to tell dad jokes, and I like to tell dark humor jokes. So check this out.
I love me some dad jokes.
So check this out. Dark humor, though. Dark humor. It's this Jewish guy. He dies. And he goes to heaven. And he sees God for the first time. And he tells God a Holocaust joke. And God looks at him and says, Well, that's not funny at all, my son. And the Jewish guy looks at God and says, I guess you had to be there. Unpack that the best way you want to.
Whoa.
That's a heavily layered joke if you really think about it. I love that joke. That's one of my favorite jokes.
Goodness.
It's like one of my 3 favorite jokes. Like, just when you want to tell somebody a joke off the top of your head, that's a great joke. Everybody knows my other favorite. What do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes? What do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes? Nothing, because you already told her twice.
I thought you were gonna do the really long joke.
No, that one's my favorite to tell to people who don't know it. But that's one I feel like you always have to tell in person. You can't just tell that joke. That's an in-person joke.
Okay.
So that's my other favorite joke. And my third favorite joke is... There's a gay couple. Ooh, really diving head first into this one, right?
Especially after the...
It's Pride Month. If you can't laugh at this, I don't know what's wrong with you. There's this gay couple, and I guess you could call him the husband. He's in the kitchen making his other husband a lunch, right? No, I'm sorry. I screwed that up. Pause and reverse it. There's a gay couple, and one guy's in the kitchen, and he's jerking off into a condom. And his husband walks in and says, "What are you doing? What's going on? What's this all about?" And he looks at him and says, "I'm making you lunch." Beautiful. Now that's a Pride Month joke if you ever heard one.
I just don't think that just don't think that they're that funny. I'm sorry.
The joke?
That
or gay people? That's fucked up.
No, listen. I don't think that was that funny. I don't think that was.
You don't think the joke was funny?
I don't think the joke was that funny.
I think it's a solid joke no matter what. It doesn't have to be a gay couple. I just think it's funnier to use a gay couple because it throws it off. But you have to tell it right. I fucked up the setup.
Okay, maybe that was it.
But if I didn't fuck up the original, if you just go in and say it's a gay couple, one of them's in the husband's in the kitchen jerking off into a condom. The secondary person asks, "What are you doing?" And then you just hit them with "I was making you lunch." Hilarious.
I could see where that was.
But is this adding the layer of the gay person always funny to me? It's always funny to me. Or do you like the other simple joke? There's a parrot that walks into a bar. Or I don't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it's a parrot. Walks into a bar. No, sorry. It was a goose. A goose that walks into a bar. And he asked for a drink. And he was like, "Oh, you want the one named after you?" And he says, "They have a drink named Stan?" That's funny to me.
What makes it worse is there's a rum called Parrot Bay.
Oh, so it would have worked.
It would have worked
for Parrot too. I think it was the goose because of the Grey Goose mixes.
Yeah.
But hey, now you can add Parrot too. So there you go. It's just funny all across the board. Simple. Stupid jokes, man. I'm hitting you with the classic. Just, it's a little dry, but with the right setup. Fucking fantastic.
Look at that.
So there you go. Instead of Kelly hitting you with a dad joke, I just hit you with 3 randomly variant jokes that are all kind of terrible, but also kind of funny.
I have my dad joke book here, so if you want to get into it.
No. I like my jokes. My jokes are delicious. My jokes are delicious. Do you actually like that stupid ass long joke that I told? Do you think it's actually funny?
I don't think anybody sees it coming.
No?
It's the thing. Because it's so long, you forget about it.
It is. And it's a beautiful joke. I'll tell it anyway, just because I enjoyed telling the story. A few of you might have heard this story before, but use the joke as you damn well please. I think it's a great joke. So, it's one of my favorite jokes to tell as a kid. You can tell it if you want to, but my favorite joke as a kid. And it's a great joke, by the way. But there's these 3 boys, and they're outside playing, and they find a little, puddle of mud, and a rock. So they're like, check this out, man. First kid walks up, grabs the rock, or a brick if you want, but he takes the rock, chucks it up in the air, and then he watches it goes up, comes down, sinks into the mud just a little bit. Second kid, that's nothing, man. Check this out. Takes the rock, chucks it up even higher, comes down, sinks about a foot into the mud. Third kid's like, you guys are weak. Check this out. Grabs the rock, chucks it up. And that's my favorite joke to tell. But my second favorite joke to tell is there's this bird, or it's this lady. She has a bird. And she takes care of this bird. And it's her favorite pet in the world. And she teaches it how to, it's like one of those talking ass birds or some shit. Teaches it how to talk and whatnot. And she loves this bird so much. And she names it after her mom. Funnily enough, that day, her mom dies. And she's panicking. She's flipping the fuck out. She's got to go home and fly home, go to her mom's funeral and all of this stuff. And she also doesn't want to leave the bird there because the bird's a namesake after her mom. So she's like, I got to take this bird with me. So she packs up, takes the bird to the airport. Airport's like, nope, no way, you can't fly with this bird. Not possible. So she says, shit, what am I going to do? So she walks out, and she says, fine, I'm going to leave the bird behind. She walks out of the airport, and then she stuffs it in her jacket. And then she walks back in. And then she gets through, airport security and whatnot, gets on the fucking plane. And the pilot, it's a small aircraft. Its pilot's like, I got 2 rules for this plane. No smoking, no animals. So the woman's already freaking the fuck out. She's like, why did I take a fucking small plane with these goofy ass rules? But she's like, whatever, I gotta get home. This is the only way I'm gonna get home. I'm not gonna make the funeral no matter what. So she gets on the plane, has a bird in her fucking jacket. Everything's going good though. Everything's good, everything's smooth. Now the pilot walks out. He's gonna go, talk to the hand because it's a small plane, handful of passengers. He goes and greets each passenger one by one. But for some odd reason, he's smoking a cigar. Now we all know one rule: no smoking on this plane. But either way, walking through his plane, says hi to everybody, gets to the woman with the bird, with stuffed in her jacket. Gets up to her and says, "Hey, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying the flight. Hope everything's good." And she's like, yeah, everything's fine. He says, good, walks by. And then the bird starts to chirp. Pilot hears it and walks back and he's like, what the hell was that? And she's, nothing at all. And he was like, no, I heard something. I swear to God, if you have a bird or some kind of animal. And he, flips open her jacket, the bird flaps out. And he's like, what did I say? No birds, no smoking. She's like, well, you're smoking a cigar. And it's like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I told you no smoking, no animals. And he catches the bird, opens the plane door, chucks the bird out. And she says, well, you said no smoking. Snatches his cigar, tosses it out of the plane. So now they're both pissed. Everything's going wrong. Flight's ruined. Captain goes back to the cockpit. She sits down back in her chair. And he's sitting there all huff and puffed. And the co-pilot was like, yo, what the hell's going on? It's like this fucking crazy lady in the back took my cigar and threw it out the window. And they're flying. And they keep, they're still flying. And then the co-pilot says, what the hell is that? Looks out of the plane and guess what they see? What did they see, Kelly?
The Rock.
The Rock. You were supposed to answer. Most people answer the bird with the cigar.
Oh, sorry.
But the correct answer is the Rock from the first door. That's how that bit goes. It's a long joke, but a damn good joke. Most people, if you want to tell that story, everybody and their mom's going to guess, oh, it's going to be the parrot with the cigar. It's the fucking Rock. It's always the goddamn Rock. So you have to tell those two jokes side by side. It's a long joke. It takes a lot of setup, but goddamn it kills every goddamn time. I've never told that joke and it didn't kill. Kelly kind of ruined it just a smidget because she knows the joke. She she already knew the joke, so it's okay. It's all right. But either way, there's a whole lot of dry jokes for you. First thing on this podcast episode. Either way, that's been Kelly. She's got stuff to do now. She's gonna walk away. How am I looking on time so I can make sure I kind of make it through the rest of this podcast decently? 15 minutes. So you got 15 minutes left of Solo Babo. It's gonna be a good one. Say goodbye to Kelly. Everybody in chat, if you're watching live, comment below if you enjoy Kelly being on the Friday episodes. She's not always here. It's always just me. But anyway, so much good stuff has happened this week. So many great things to talk about, and we're gonna try and not speed run through them all, but just at least have some fun. So welcome to the Nonsense Podcast after 15 minutes of shenanigans. So first things first, I gotta do what I always do. Congratulations, even though it's with a heavy heart, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. You are now the NBA champions. So congratulations to them taking out the Miami Heat in 4-1. I really wish it was Jimmy's year, but it wasn't. It was good old Joker. So shout out to Joker for being Joker, not wanting to go to the parade. And as of today, he was really enjoying that parade. Although I heard he lost his MVP trophy. I don't know what's to that. He said he left it in like a hotel room or a locker room, and he just can't fucking find it. First player I known to just lose his fucking championship trophy. Weird as fuck. But, I mean, Joker's like, man, I'm clocking in and I'm clocking the fuck out, man. NBA is a career. And he takes his career seriously as in a career. So shout out to Joker. Shout out to Denver Nuggets getting their first championship. Shout out to Denver for also murdering a bunch of people because they won. Apparently a bunch of 9 people got shot in Denver, Colorado during the celebration. We really got to do better when it comes to celebrating championships. Why do we murder people? That's so fucking weird. I don't understand that shit. But shout out to Denver. And shout out to Joker. By the way, I don't know. His nickname is Joker. I've always thought of him as Joker Persona 5 Joker. And apparently it's Joker Batman Robin Joker. Okay. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I don't see the sadistic, Batman Joker side. I always thought it was Persona 5 Joker. A great leader, quiet, stoic, and you never see it coming. But either way, Joker's Joker, Joker's the champ, and the Nuggets are the guys now. So we'll see what happens next year. Obviously, I'm not playing into the LeBron story. Hopefully, Jimmy comes back better than ever next year because I really want this man to get a championship. I need him to get a championship. So hopefully he comes back better than ever, more determined than ever. He didn't sulk like I thought he was going to do. He wasn't pounding. He was just like, shit. He really wanted that one, but they just couldn't get it done. I heard rumors of Damian Lillard considering going to Miami. Please don't. Damian, just stay your ass somewhere the fuck else. I thought you were loyal. If I'm not mistaken, he put it to a poll too. He was like, do y'all want me to stay or leave? And they voted to kick his ass the fuck out of the city. So shout out to the Trailblazer fans for saying we don't want your ass either. Nobody fucks with Damian like that. I think he said he wanted to either go there. Boston was an option. There's a handful of teams. I feel like he wouldn't be a terrible fit for Miami. I just personally don't want him there. I feel like he'd do decent in Boston, honestly. And I'm a big Boston fan. So having 2 young guys and a semi-veteran-ish point guard, but I feel like they need a big. I think they need a solid big, and that's what they're missing. Like a mid. Again, I'm old school NBA. I feel like they're missing a big, mid-range big. You know what I mean? And solid power forward. Hate to say it like that, but a KG type, maybe a Karl Anthony Towns type, somebody like that. I think they're missing that kind of versatile mid-range big. Somebody along those lines. But hey, if they get Damian Lillard, more power to him. Even if the Heat get him, more power to him. You talked a lot of shit, so maybe stay your ass somewhere the fuck else. So either way, that's my NBA news for the day. Got to get back to Summer Game Fest. There's a handful of more things that we didn't get to talk about. Payday fucking 3 is on the way. Holy shit. I am thoroughly looking forward to that. Apparently they're going to be supporting the fuck out of this one. They're still doing some last minute patches for Payday 2. So they're going to end Payday 2 with a bang, kick it in straight to Payday 3, made on Unreal Engine 4. A lot of people were like, why not 5? Because they had already started development, and they're just like, we're just going to put it out on Unreal Engine 4. Maybe they'll do an update later, they're saying, but right now, the game's released on Unreal Engine 4. Looks crisp, looks clean. They're going to start off with, if I'm not mistaken, 5 different heist members. So I'm assuming it's going to be the original crew, Dallas Chains, Wolf, Hoxton, and maybe Houston. I'm assuming they're going to add. Either way, that'd be cool. Hopefully they continue to add a bunch of new characters, new skins. Now that the John Wick craze is over, hopefully they don't add John Wick again. Hopefully they don't add Ethan. H3H3 sucks, and Ethan is a fucking loser. But I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I mean, if they want to add him, they can add him. But I don't really fuck with Ethan like that. So, get Nick Merck. That would be decent. Get Nick and Tim the Tatman and fucking Dr. Disrespect. I'd fuck with that, man. Since COD wants to be a bunch of bitch ass niggas anyway, add Nick Merck in there. Fuck yeah, that'd be solid. That'd be solid as shit. I'd be 100% behind that. The Payday guys, man. Here's your call out. Do what needs to be done. Do what COD won't do. As you'll see in the next episode, I am well aware of the entire Call of Duty, debacle with Nick Merck. Me and Invincible talked about it. I went on a fairly lengthy rant, and I don't apologize, but maybe I came off a little harsh. But you'll see on Monday. But it is what it is. I stand by my statements, and my statements are simple. Fuck everybody else. I'm tired of causes, but you know what? I'm not mad at this one anymore. You know what? I think COD made a mistake. I think they shouldn't have pulled this shit down for the comment that he made. I think the comment was fairly vanilla, you know what I mean? So I don't think it was worth pulling the man's shit now. Everybody's protesting now between Nick Merck, Tim the Tatman, Dr. Disrespect, handful of other content creators. I'm only protesting in the sense of COD sucked any fucking way, so fuck them, I'm out. I'm not participating in the boycott as in, I'm standing behind Nick Merck. I don't even fuck with Nick Merck like that, but I fuck with him in the sense he made a solid statement. I don't think it was that bad of a statement. And if you want to pull him down for that, I feel like that's COD's loss. So it definitely is what it is on that note. I'm not boycotting COD. I'm just not playing because the game fucking sucks anyway. Like it hasn't been that good in a while. And I've always been a big factor of, if we're going to boycott something, let's support the next guy who's doing it right. So with that news, I'd like to bring you X Defiant by Ubisoft, who's making a first-person shooter COD-style game made with a lot of the development crew that made the original Modern Warfare 2, the Modern Warfare 2 from our good old days. So they're making a new first-person shooter, which happens to be free. So tell me what's wrong with that. A free first-person shooter that's getting tons of support, made by a handful of developers that we trust. Ubisoft makes some pretty decent games, not great games, but not terrible games. They're doing beta after beta. They're really trying to get the fans' involvement. They want everybody to be happy with this new game. I'm behind it. Anybody that can knock COD off the mantle, I'm behind it. I've always been looking for the COD, not the COD killer, but just a COD equivalent. I went to Medal of Honor when Medal of Honor came out. I started playing Battlefield when it came out. I always like an alternative game. So I love COD. I love what COD used to be. I love some of the stuff that COD does, but right now COD is just not where it's at right now. So X Defiant by Ubisoft. It looks pretty decent. Hopefully when the beta comes around, I'll get to hop in on that one again. But yeah, that's 2 solid games I'm looking forward to. I don't know if we got to talk about it when they made the announcement. But like I said before, they got leaked. Persona 3 Reloaded. Out on all available consoles at some point in the near future. If I'm not mistaken, early 2024. Confirmed. New voice acting. All across the board. New voice cast. And 100% not going to be the definitive version, which is the only sad news for me. So it will be a remake of Persona 3, not Persona 3 FES or PS, FES. Not a remake of Persona 3 Portable. It is original Persona 3, original gameplay. So a lot of things that are going to be missing in this version, but hey, we get Persona 3 and Persona 5 style. which means, vast upgrades, being able to maneuver the city. City looks super busy. So a lot of good things. I didn't hear anything about music yet because I really, and I'm very serious about this. Please don't change the music whatsoever. Persona 3's music was fucking-fection. So don't change any of it. You're already changing the voice actors, and that's going to be really hard to hear. A lot of my favorite characters voiced with new people. Gotta say, I'm really finding it hard to believe that you're going to find somebody else to voice act Junpei better than who voice acted Junpei the first time around. Junpei, one of my guys. But 100%, the guy that I'm thinking you're going to have a hard time replacing for me is Akihiko. Akihiko's voice actor was fucking spot on. I loved that the comment section when the game got announced was 100% just Akihiko quotes. I've been waiting for this. And I loved it. Akihiko is hands down one of my favorite, cast members or crew members or teammates or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Hands down, going with the fucking boxing style, lightning fucking persona. Was all fucking solid. I love that guy through and through. But yeah, him and Junpei were my guys I had to bring with me. Yukari was another cool one. Mitsuru Senpai, also very cool. I really never made it all the way through Persona, so I know everybody's like, what about the fucking android and the kid? I didn't get to play with him that much, so I gotta finish original Persona 3 at some point. So I gotta do it, but I fucking love Junpei, so just it's not heavy on my heart, but just like, goddamn, like I hope you don't ruin my boy, man. That's all I'm saying. Just don't butcher my boy. But yeah, that's gotten announced. I've seen a little bit more gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1. Again, game looks fucking crispy. I can't fucking wait for it. I love Liu Kang's new moves. Don't know if anybody noticed. I love Liu Kang. Liu Kang's my favorite character in the series, next to fucking Sub-Zero. Just because Sub-Zero just has a lot of bullshit, dirty moves, and if I can use some bullshit, dirty moves, fuck it. And my older brother's favorite character was Scorpion, so like no shit, I had to get the fucking counterpart. So good shit on that. Can't wait to see some of the new DLC characters they dropped for it. They kind of mentioned Omni-Man and Mr. Invincible or whoever the fuck else they announced. The like trio of superheroes, including John Cena. Any reason for me to beat the shit out of Peacemaker, aka John Cena, good for me. I'm 100% behind it. I would like to rock his ass and rock his ass with my good old boy fucking Liu Kang. Story seems like it's gonna be quite interesting. Looking forward to playing the story mode of that one. Dude, the storyline interests me so much. I'm thinking I'm gonna go back and play the old games again, just because I have them and I would like to play them and get kind of refreshing up on the craziness that is the timeline of Mortal Kombat. Because Mortal Kombat's like literally all over the fucking place when it comes to timeline. This is gonna be the third time they've like rebooted the timeline and shit. So a lot of crazy changes, a lot of new stuff. I can't wait to see what's going on with it. I can't wait to play the fucking game. Again, I hear you guys. I heard you all. But what about Street Fighter? I just don't care enough about Street Fighter. Maybe I'll play it at some point, but I don't care enough. Mortal Kombat, Tekken, AEW, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. There's enough fighting games that I'm probably going to dive into. I'm not going to add Street Fighter. I wasn't a big Street Fighter guy in the beginning, so why add it? Why add it to my repertoire now? Is all I'm saying. I got enough shit to deal with. Like I said, we had lengthy discussions now. 2 lengthy discussions about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What more needs to be said? I'm hyped. I can't wait to see more of it. Again, I still feel like the game's on thin ice with the new story, but I will wait and see and play it when it comes out. And then Ever Crisis, which I'm very salty that I signed up for the beta and I didn't get in apparently. So, I mean, c'est la vie, it is what it is. It's a canon event, whatever you want to call it at this point. But I'm very upset that I didn't get to check it out, but I'm still interested. When it comes out, I will be playing it. Mobile game or not, it looks cool, and I get to see more of Sephiroth's story. So, few people mentioned to me, and especially my friend group, they're just like, dude, aren't you like more upset that a backstory of Sephiroth is going to be relegated to a mobile game? Yes, but any content I get related to Final Fantasy VII, I'm happy. I'm never going to be upset about more Final Fantasy VII content. I'm upset that First Soldier went away. I was having a good ass time with First Soldier. It was fun. It was entertaining. I enjoyed just walking around the slums, walking around the upper plate of Midgar. Even if I wasn't playing online, I literally just went into free roam mode and just fucked around for a while. But hey, they can't fucking support everything. So again, it is what it is. But yeah, tons of new games coming out. Xbox had their showcase. A lot of people said that Xbox won the showcase wars by showing off Fable and Starfield and a lot of other games. The new Star Wars game looks pretty damn dope, by the way. The open world that Ubisoft showed up does look pretty decent. A female version of Han Solo kind of sounds dope. Taking place between episodes, if I'm not mistaken, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So a different era of gameplay placement. So kind of interested in that. Playing as a bounty hunter sounds pretty cool. Like I said, I'm interested, but just not thoroughly interested. What else got announced from Ubisoft and Xbox? The Assassin's Creed got shown off. All I wanted was a simple, bitch-based fucking Assassin's Creed game. It seems like they went there and then they added some weird shit with the fucking teleporting assassinations and shit. Why? Like, leave it alone. I didn't ask for all of that. But hey, it is what it is. Ubisoft is going to be Ubisoft, and sometimes they're just going to do some extra shit that we didn't ask for. Does the game look cool? Yes. Is it adding elements that I didn't ask for? Definitely. Avatar got shown off. Everybody was like, holy shit, did you see Avatar? Yes, and I don't give a fuck because I don't really care about the Avatar series in general. That is Avatar, the fucking movie, not Avatar, The Last Airbender. Would love if Avatar, The Last Airbender actually got a fucking decent game. If anybody, as me and Invincible were talking about, if anybody deserves the DBZ Kakarot video game setup, I think Avatar could use that really well. Traversing, the Four Kingdoms, learning new airbending techniques and shit like that. That sounds fucking sick. Get on it. The airbending video game in the style of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I would actually like that. I would play the fuck out of that. Avatar: The Last Airbender is a great fucking TV series. And the new season or new show, I guess, with them being slightly older, is coming soon. So would be a great time to do it. Maybe let that game kick in a little bit. No. Do it now and then use this new TV series as like DLC or some shit. Oh, crispy. You guys can make a good chunk of change off of that, is all I'm saying. And then Nickelodeon tends to make pretty decent games. Even Ninja Turtles is getting fucking DLC. So, yeah, tons of fucking gaming shit just coming out the goddamn woodwork, man. I'm thoroughly looking forward to all of the new games that are coming up, all the new shit that's just happening in general. Just tons of new shit when it comes to gaming, period. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I will do some quick headlights of headlines. Things that because I'm still preparing that new show that I want to do where it's just me doing current events and shit like that. But, I mean, what's the Friday episodes for, But let's do some quick runoffs of things that I've heard and I'm sure you guys want me to talk about, and maybe we'll talk about them later. Trump getting indicted and probably going to jail. He's probably going to go to jail on this one. You can't be hiding documents, bro. And you're also Trump. You know they were coming after your ass. But here's the thing that I want people to understand. The nigga can still run for president. I hope you guys realize that. The fact that you guys are like, yeah, send his ass to jail. Now he can't run for president. Nobody said he couldn't. The requirements is you need to be a U.S. citizen and over a certain age. If I'm not mistaken, 32 to 34, something like that, to run for president. Never said you couldn't be in jail. So he could literally run for president from a prison cell, win, and we'd have to induct him as a fucking president from his jail cell. That is a thing that can happen. And don't forget, once he makes it into office, he can just pardon himself and let himself out of jail. So, yeah, sending him to jail ain't really going to slow him the fuck down. It just means he's not going to be able to do a bunch of press conferences. Huh? Thank you, 35. Well, either way, we all know that his old ass is well over that age limit. So, yeah, no, they never said anything about you not being a president. You can't be in prison. You shouldn't be locked up and then run for president. He can continue to run for president. Really ain't really got to cut that many commercials. All he got to do is just tweet from jail. And he's decent. Like, Trump is Trump. And motherfuckers like him. And I personally like locked up Trump as president because he really can't fuck up anything. We're just going to be pretty much presidentless for 4 years. If he doesn't let himself out. That sounds kind of decent to go 4 years without somebody personally fucking everything up. I'm for it. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who it is. Let our next president be a nigga that's locked up and they can't do shit. That sounds decent. I'm all for it. That's happening. I would like to also reiterate. It is. I understand Pride Month. I get it. It's also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, man. Take care of yourselves, man. Fucking Father's Day is coming up too. So you got two things. And Juneteenth is coming out on this Monday, which you'll still get an episode, by the way. So you'll still get an episode. I think I might move my holy shit, we went a little far and I went a little hard on the certain people. We'll move that to Wednesday and we'll put up a Juneteenth episode on Monday instead. That might be decent. A Juneteenth Father's Day episode, because you got to rep both of them motherfuckers. So yeah, you got a handful of holidays coming up, but most importantly, I feel like Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Why is it important to me? Because anything to shit on everybody else's holidays. Plus, nobody gives a shit about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. That's kind of fucked up to me. That just like everybody's just like, it's there, but nobody also gives a fuck. That's kind of rude. Men kill themselves at a much higher rate than everyone else because we're good at it. You guys suck. That's all it is. Everybody else wants to kill themselves and can't do it. A lot of people attempt and fail. Men are good at it. We're good at every damn thing. Just gonna throw that out there. We're good at killing ourselves. We're good at killing other people. We're better at you than being women. Like, we're fucking killing it across the board right now, man. Men for the holy shit. So yeah, man, just seek therapy, seek help. It's not a bad idea. That's all I'm saying. Or you could just be like me and spew a bunch of bullshit on the internet, because I'm also very good at that. Or since it's mental health awareness month, I'll do that one for you. As of right now, if you comment below a question that you think that would be good for me to a topic or question that you have for Bob, some advice you might need on a situation, Bob will walk you through it, man. We'll bring back effing therapy. We ain't did one of those in a minute. So let's bring back effing therapy for at least one episode on Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So yeah, if you have something you want us to discuss or just a question you have about your own mental health, I'm not saying I'm the best person to get advice from, but if nothing else, I can make you laugh at your own damn pain. And laughter is the best medicine. And that's a real thing, by the way. I did not know that. Apparently people who are happy typically live a little longer. So be happy. And what it means to be happy, I think, is different for everybody else. This is my form of happiness, is shit talking on everybody else. That brings me joy. Your joy might just be not shitting on everybody across the world. But hey, do what you need to do to keep yourself alive. I'm like Stink Meter from Boondocks. My hatred brings me joy. And when I spread it across the world, it makes me more strong. My anger is what keeps me alive. And me laughing at that goofy version of anger that I have, maybe it's just great medicine. I could be crazy, is all I'm saying. I could be crazier, is what I'm saying. But either way, that's an episode. We will throw back to maybe an effing therapy episode, just to give you guys some tips and shit that you could be asking us a question about. I'm sure most of your questions are going to be geared towards Invincible because he's, nicer than I am. But either way, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. We got a few days left in this month. You might get some well-deserved help, is all I'm saying. And it's free. And it's funny. So yeah, comment below. Do yourself a favor and comment below, because we read the comments. We typically respond to those comments. And if you don't want to do that, all you have to do other than that is just subscribe in general. If you just scroll down on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, let you know when new videos comes up. I have to remind you people, even though I'm late on occasions, it's always going to be a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday episode. I might be late in the day sometimes, but I try and do 9 a.m. every day. But if you don't know and you want to keep up better, that's what Twitter and Instagram are for. If I fuck up, I typically let you know on one of those two platforms. So follow me there. And even if you don't want to do that and you're like, I don't want to open up all of these apps and follow this man, all you got to do is go to www.fnentertainment.com for all your effing needs. Where it be Instagram, the podcast itself, the effing shop. Again, if you're following me on Instagram and or Twitter, you will find out that there is a fucking promo code for a few percentages points off on the effing shop for a week only. For Father's Day, man. If you're a dad, get your dad a mug, but a mug that has my fucking face on it. It'll be cool. It'll be late, but he'll get it. Or a shirt. We got fat boy sizes, all up to 5X is all I'm saying. So get your pop something, or just get yourself something. Follow us. Links are always below in the description. Invincible's links are there. Kelly's links are there. No excuse not to keep up with us. And do yourself a favor and just tell 5 friends to tell 5 friends, man. Word of mouth is the best way to spread us. And either way, fuck off and get out of my house and all of those great things. I'll see you motherfuckers on Monday. Say hello to Past Bob for me, man. He's a cool dude. Real cool dude. I like that guy. He's not as cool as me, though. But he's a nice guy. Say hi to Past Bob for me. I'll see you Monday. Men start on a lower totem pole than women by default.
Black men.
Men in general.
Okay.
Nobody gives a shit about men at all.
Right.
This is not a racism thing or anything like that. What I mean by it is, in a simple sense of, think of relationships. When a man comes into the relationship, is what do they have and what can they provide? Women just have to look good 90% of the time. For us, on our end, we will start with looks. If we are physically attracted to you, then you already got a playing field. You know what I mean? Then it's the other little shit. But notice how all our little shit never really requires money. It's, do you have, like when I require like my girlfriend or whatever at the moment to work, it's not I need you to have money, it's I need you to have the ability to take care of yourself so I can focus on other shit to make things better later. It's not your money that I care about, it's your ability to do something extra.
Can you hold this down while I avert my focus?
Exactly. Whereas women, on the other hand, we just have to provide. Our looks have to be high too.
Like if a motherfucker asks you to, hey, a compromise is, hey, can you help me clean? It ain't because I don't know how to use a fucking broom. It's because I got my focus on other things than this floor that need to be mopped.
Exactly. So that's why that's always...
Or I'm recuperating from those thoughts.
And that's where... And again, if people didn't understand, since everybody's against the patriarchy and the gender roles, that's why that shit was kind of involved in our system. It's because men have no problem. 90% of men that I know will take the shittiest jobs in the worst conditions to make bank. Truck drivers exist for a reason. Coal miners exist for a reason. These niggas will go through hell and high water to make some money so we can live straight at the house. But women won't do those jobs. A lot of motherfuckers, women always want equal opportunity, but I don't see none of these bitches out here at the coal mines.
You know what else I don't like? I don't like that like I've had the argument of, oh, you just be in the house. Yeah, bitch, I work so my house is nice. So I don't need to go outside for my house for it to have a good time.
All the shit that I want is in the house.
I'm working, so all my shit will be at the house.
Niggas like big houses, so we don't have to go nowhere no more.
Why the fuck do I need to... nigga, that's like you already got all the employees and you choose to outsource. No! It's in-house, baby. My PS5, here.
Fuck we going to an arcade for? Nigga, I got the arcade at the crib. And niggas laugh when I say I got the arcade. Do I not have all the games available? Nigga, I got Time Crisis over there. How many niggas you know with Time Crisis? And fuck with me if I end up getting arcade Time Crisis.
Nigga, I can play video games with my niggas in London. What the fuck is outside doing for me other than niggas? And I don't even like people.
No.
What the fuck would I do? You go, bro, 25 people got shot on Friday, nigga. It's not even the 4th yet. Why the fuck out? Nature, damn, nature, you scary.
But it ain't nature, it's other niggas.
Right.
I'd take my chances with nature at this point. Nature ain't got it out for me like niggas do.
Fuck it, I'll never forget it. Look, word.
I'm sorry.
Word. No, say that. No, that's the shirt too. Fucking Lil Wayne said it best. I don't go to the club because my house ain't nice. Nigga, my house nice as shit. I'm going to the club because I'm paid to be there.
Speaking of that shit, nigga, and tell me why I was watching MTV Cribs for like the last 2 days, the old shit, and I seen Lil Wayne and them like old school mansion. I'm like, damn, these niggas got what 50 in them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually own it or they rented that, but I believe they bought that shit. That fucking 6-piece ass mansion where everybody got a section.
I would like to see a list of the people that it was real and it wasn't.
True.
Honestly.
I think
I know some of them did fake the funk.
Yeah, I think for sure Bow Wow's was fake. We all know Bow Wow's his face. I think the only nigga I believed 100% that had the bigger one, so we all know Redman was living like Redman was living. But T-Pain, 100. His house is. I think he still lives there.
His house nice as shit.
That nigga got 6 studios.
Yeah.
A fucking strip club.
Yeah.
A fucking like all. I'm like,
But
yeah.
that's what the fuck I would imagine T-Pain house looking like.
No,
though.
exactly. I ain't mad at him for it. And again, that nigga don't like being out. That nigga go out to go to the grocery store and come back.
And guess what? He has now employed his wife. His wife is the mixologist on his podcast.
Yep.
And is a damn good one. The motherfucker might have been the bartender he was singing about. Honestly,
I believe it.
Cause she makes drinks one of one catered to the guest.
Yeah, I like that shit. No, I think of all celebrities that is living a dream that I would love to live, it's him.
Yeah.
I trade everything to be T-Pain, 100%. Ain't no other nigga in this world.
And I don't like that he don't always get the respect he deserves.
No, he deserves every bit of respect. Only reason I kind of understand, and I think we had that conversation too, is you can't name 3 T-Pain songs. You can name a lot of shit that he's been on.
No.
Really.
I can't.
But I think you are a heavy fan, because you also was able to name multiple fucking
Nick
Cannon songs, which also still pisses me off.
I like who I like. But no, I am a big, not even a big, because there are some people I don't like, I haven't listened to. Like, I ain't got no fucking Black Thought fucking song saved, unfortunately. But also ain't went back. Like, there are sometimes, mainly when I was working at the warehouse, where I would go back. Like, I went back and had a whole fucking Outkast day.
I mean, because that's possible.
Yeah, because Apple Music is a thing.
Well, no, but that's just a shot at niggas that be like, Outkast only got like one hit. Goofy ass niggas.
Like, I have not, one day I was just sad and listened to fucking Method Man's first album.
Takao?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is, I see the thing now. But it's also having the time to go back. This ain't got shit to do with relationships.
No, it doesn't. Again, I don't know.
I tried to bring it back with the T-Pain thing and the West.
You took it further away. You did it by yourself. Don't blame me.
No, I tried to bring it back with the employing the wife.
Right.
Like, you have technically employed Kelly. There's
in a sense. But here, the way I do it is I employ her to do things for me, but I also say, don't forget this is mine and you have yours.
Yeah.
You know, as long as we have that, our relationship makes no damn sense to most people. But yeah, that's how it works.
Like, I would hire my girl to fucking do editing, but she don't know shit about computers.
No.
So,
but my thing is, I always say, nigga, let's learn together. Support me, bitch. But my point I remember now, because I had a point to make 6 steps ago. The reason why I brought up that tandem system and why I feel like women don't understand drive is because women also don't understand, and men have forgotten, and I said this in a previous episode, pussy has no value, and women really believe that their pussy has high value amongst men in general. And that's our fault. I get that. We allow them to believe that exists, that their pussy is value, and it ain't worth shit, nigga. I'm sorry. Like, you showing up with pussy doesn't mean you're better than me. And the fact that I have to work and gain knowledge, skill sets, money, assets in general to compete with pussy pisses me off.
Do you feel like... Alright, so this is just something that I've a possible conclusion I've come to based off just conversations. Do you feel like women have a lesser grasp of the concept of delayed gratification?
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Okay.
They don't understand shit
I didn't know if that would be a hot take or not.
No, that's not. Well, it's probably a hot take because, again, and this is not an insult, but women don't understand that system yet. It's, I do this, so I should get this. And it's like, no, sometimes you got to put the work in for a long time before shit pays off. And that's why I don't want to say that. No, I'm going to say it. Fuck it. Because I don't know if you remember, we had a conversation about you during your break that it was going to be a longer break because I had other people to do this shit. I took this from Kevin Hart, and this is the only thing that I've taken from Kevin Hart that makes a lot of sense. Everybody want to be famous. Don't nobody want to put the work in. And that shit rings true for a lot more women than it does men, but there's a lot of niggas that don't understand that concept either.
Yeah.
It takes time. Like, granted, yeah, I'm happy now that my podcast is blowing up and I'm getting people to pay attention. This shit is 4 or 5 years in the making to get to this point. From little baby steps over and over again. From Arcade 9 coming up to where it is. That's years in the making. It doesn't come in one day. I'm sure your shit's no different. It took time in the beginning to grind it out, to do the shit by yourself, to slowly get into contact with people that will push you a little further. But it's always gradual steps forward.
Bro, my guy Sensei CJ told me it took 7 years for Ninja to be Ninja.
I think I seen I just seen a Steve Harvey clip about that because he had Ninja on the show and didn't even that was before he was Ninja.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, whatever, like it's just some dude with his family. Known to find out.
7 years.
That's a long time.
Niggas not knowing who the fuck Ninja is to go from that to Fortnite with Drake.
It's a journey, dude. But the thing is once you accomplish that journey, and I've learned this from I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of people who understand rich versus wealth and who actually have wealth over riches. When you get to that point, you could fall back to zero.
Yeah.
But you know the path to get back now. But the motherfuckers that want to get there, that don't take those incremental steps, will never get there because they don't know the path. You have to go through hell. You're going to fall a bunch of times to get forward, but making it to that point is the goal. It's not be here and be here. It's the goal should be getting there. The journey, the bullshit about the journey is much more better than the destination, whatever the fuck it's supposed to be. Who gives a shit? Enjoy the journey. Get there. You'll always get there. And that's my gripe with women is women don't understand that the journey is important. It's I'm who I am. I got this. I got brains. I can do this, that, and the other. So why am I not here? Going back to relationships. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I make money. I deserve a high-paying nigga automatically. No, you don't. You don't deserve shit. You don't deserve a motherfucking thing, nigga. I got here, and it took me a lot longer to get here. You ain't even on my level, bitch. Just because you got a few funky-ass dollars don't mean you got shit. Nigga, you own a beauty supply. Shut the fuck up. Every Chinese person I know.
No. Owning a beauty supply is a big deal.
And so does every other Asian that owns a beauty supply. Them niggas don't consider themselves high-level niggas. Like, one bitch I know that owns a beauty supply store. Not a shop. Not doing hair and supplying money to other motherfuckers. Got weave coming in and sell weaves out. I'm happy you got a business. Good shit. You don't get to go date Bill Gates, bitch. You ain't that important yet.
Yeah, but she does deserve better than the nigga that sell weed.
No, I'm not saying that either. But you ain't also better than everybody that you shitting on. You know what I mean? Like, people that get to that step will start shitting on everybody like they're all beneath them. They're like, I'm a business owner.
We're not. Nobody's better than anybody.
No. Maybe. But in a different sense. I'm not saying people are better than people, but there's a sense of downgrading. And I feel like, again, also women typically downgrade themselves more than anybody else, which is a fallacy.
I know a lot of niggas with ugly baby mamas.
Oh, well, no, niggas are about numbers. Niggas are about numbers, not black men. Niggas are about the high count game. And it is what it is. But no, women just have this real big, and I seen this TikTok, and it was from his fucking Asian lady, and she made me laugh because it's very true. She says that the way women date are like how dumb people buy cars. Just because you want a nice car and you can afford the down payment don't mean you can afford the payments. And eventually they finna come back and snatch that shit from you. I can't argue with that one by a long shot. Like, you 100% women, again, you might initially attract the high paying dude, but you might not have the skill set to keep that motherfucker.
Word.
It takes more than...
If he requires you to suck a fucking golf ball through a straw, bitch, but you still at the nibbling stage, I don't know what to tell you.
About to get real good, real fucking fast, son. And again, a lot of motherfuckers like...
And it's not always sexual, it's just funny. Comedic style.
Comedic style, that's all. But my thing is I don't like, because this is a big thing with women too. Women date up always. They always look at dating as, what can I get out of this? And that's kind of what I was trying to wrap back to, and I completely forgot. Women typically look at men like, how can I move up dating this individual? Where men typically are just like, can I at least coexist with this motherfucker. And that's where I think dating immediately is broken. Because women are too quick to try and come up or so-called date on their level when they don't even know what the fuck level they're on. And dudes are just like, can I coexist with you for the next 6 years? Shit, some niggas like, can I deal with you for 20 minutes? And I hate to say this, some women...
The answer's fucking no,
you
bitch.
can't. You suck. You're
God
boring.
damn. The shit that you find funny ain't funny.
Nigga, half of the time it ain't funny. And I'm not saying there's not funny women
And
that
the
exist.
shit that I find funny is funny as shit, but you just don't get it. Like, oh my God. There was a time I
feel like this conversation is slowly triggering you ever so slow.
No, because one thing I really ain't appreciate, a motherfucker told me I blew they high before. And I took that extremely personally. I took that shit extremely personally. Because I don't like fucking up vibes, and I especially don't like nobody fucking up my vibe. I try... Now, yes, I am... So I have a beef with how people perceive me, and I'm realizing that. Because of how quiet I am. And some of that is observing, some of that is just wanting to be left the fuck alone. Because of that, now anytime I put any volume, now it's an issue with my tone. No, you complain, so now I'm trying to be fucking heard, and you're now putting me in a position where I feel like I'm in a corner, and so now, yeah, I need to be heard.
Right.
So now, fuck about my tone, this is the tone you're getting. Because now, this is the situation.
3-7, this is something that had to do with women, because I think only women have an issue with tone.
Actually,
that's
no.
Really?
Like, my dad has saying, well, like, in a conversation saying, all right, calm down. Motherfucker, now you're making me uncalm by telling me to calm down. I'm just speaking with passion, and because you're not used to it, I need to calm down.
No, okay, that's different.
No, it's some shit that, yeah, all conversations I don't feel deserve my full energy. No. But now when you want me to engage, I'm engaging with you, and now it's an issue of tone. No, then don't talk to me. If there's an issue with my tone, then don't talk to me.
No, I get it. I've only caught that mostly from women, so that's always bugged me. I feel like
motherfuckers also be scared to leave.
Relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that's 100% fact.
Like, I'm on record of saying, if you are so unhappy, leave me, motherfucker. You do not have to be. I am begging no one to stay ever. Friends,
if you want me, then don't talk to me. Looking at
hey, because life is short. You don't need to go through your life unhappy.
Hell no.
So subtract me, bitch, and everyone I have dated, I have been firmly secure that we will be A-O-fucking-K separately. We were A-O-fucking-K before. We will be all right.
Motherfucker, that's the shit that always gets me. It's that those goofy motherfuckers that always are like, oh, I want a 50-50 relationship. That's a bad setup off the rip. I
was one of those people.
It never works. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist from the man's point of view at all.
No, it doesn't exist, period. Because it's a bad setup either way. So there's two forms of 50-50 that pisses me off. It's the 50-50 of...
We did talk about that. I feel like knowing what being comfortable with your split.
Yeah, being 100% instead of being 50 to a relationship.
Oh, no.
It's fucking dumb.
We were talking about... No, we had a conversation about splits.
We had that one too. That's the 80-20 you're right. The 80-20 you expected, which is a great shirt. I got to finish that one off. But no, the 250s always bug me because I think I talked about this in a women rant. That motherfucker's like, oh, that's my better half. All right, well, you finna fail immediately because if that's your better half, that means you are half a motherfucker. You are fucked from the get-go. I'd rather be 100% good on my own and with you, and you better be the same shit. Now, we can drop in a percentage or two every once in a while so I can build you back up type shit. But if you ain't good being by yourself, then we ain't never finna coexist together. It just don't work that way. Never be somebody's better half. You are fucked. Because either A, you're not going to be a good enough person together, because you're just two shitty people. Or when you eventually do break up, you are ready to kill yourself in an instant because you don't know how to
now
exist.
You're missing something.
You don't know, and then you either replace it with something twice as bad, negative, drugs, or some type of bad habit, or you jump into another really bad relationship. The amount of people I've seen, I've witnessed two, and it was the funniest shit in the world. I witnessed two half-broken people develop a relationship. I'm like, oh, this is finna implode. This is never gonna work. Them niggas couldn't even look at each other because they were both in bad relationships prior, and looking at each other in the face was traumatic to them. And I'm like, nigga, walk away. Fix yourself first, because this shit is not gonna exist very well. So, absolutely not. Be a whole person. Learn to be a whole person. Be yourself. But also, that 50-50 shit, where it's percentages, I fucking love, because I don't think any relationship is 50-50 anyway. No relationship is required for you to give your exact input and the other person to give an exact equal input. Somebody's going to reign dominant at some point. Every situation, I feel like somebody's got to have the better thought process. You know what I mean? Yeah, put your 2 cents in. I'm going to hear what you're trying to say, but I know better. I hate to say it that way, and it ain't a male thing, but I know better. When it comes to certain shit, I know Kelly knows better. When she set up all of our health insurance, I'm not touching that shit. I know shit about health insurance. I know she knows better. But the thing is I'm secure within myself, and I understand in this situation, I am the lesser. All I can do is say, well, did you look into this? Does it cover this? Do I have to pay for that? I know you know, but just let me know so we kind of understand the same shit.
Yeah.
But after that, I'm like, you got it. Make sure I can get to the doctor. Set me up an appointment. You know what I mean? But when it comes to certain shit, like, making sure the house is in order, that's on me. Making sure bills get paid, that's on me. Motherfuckers need to learn that everything's not equal. Relationships aren't equal, and people ain't equal, and damn sure men and women ain't equal. There's certain scenarios where men are better at shit and women are better at shit. That's not a sexist thing. It's just how the world works. Life.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest because that shit bugs the fuck out of me. I hate every time I hear a woman say she wants a 50-50 relationship. I'm just like, oh, so you want to fail. You want your relationship to fail. Because that means you don't respect him enough to let him make decisions. You need to have your 2 cents always injected. It's like, no, let him make a decision or two. He probably knows what the fuck he's doing. If you need to mouth off every time I need to make a decision, then obviously you don't trust me to make a decision. So why don't you do it so I can watch you fuck up instead? And I'm that nigga too. I will gladly let you make a decision that will fuck you over. So we can come back to, all right, so you want to let me handle this one? Because I got this.
What did you learn?
Right. And it ain't bad. Some people have to learn from their mistakes. But I'm going to be here with the prior knowledge to fix it once you already fucked up. Because I already 6 pace stepped ahead of you and figured out how you was going to fuck it up, and I already cleaned it up. But that's neither here nor there. Man, we are 50 minutes in, and we have not even truly dived deep yet.
No.
I love it.
I don't, because we don't have any, specific talking points. Like, we don't know what the fuck exactly happened in that shit.
Man, I know enough. So that's why I'm not dancing around it, but I'm not trying to pinpoint any person's relationship that failed.
And I'm chilling. At this point, let me check the other. I'm good.
So
my shit's TBH. TBD. To be determined.
I was going to say, wait, what?
To be determined. No.
No, I won't say I'm in the perfect relationship. I'm in the most
understanding.
Not even that. It's more so that we don't make sense to the point where we make sense to each other. Because I think you had an issue. Like, not I won't say an issue, but when you seen us together, you're like, that doesn't make sense. That's not how normal people act in a relationship. Where I can tell Kelly to go fuck off in an instant. And it's not a detriment to my life for the rest of the day. It's like, no, I need you to fuck off. Because either you said some shit that's getting ready to piss me off, I know you finna piss me off, or just I need you to fuck off. Ain't nothing wrong with telling you to fuck off ahead of time. So then I don't create the problem later type shit, you know? Here's something I did want to bring up. Because I like to hear other people's thought processes on it. How important is communication in relationships?
Very important. That shit just don't happen a lot. Or happen effectively.
So...
And I'm putting the onus on self. I don't communicate the best because I don't fucking like people. Like, I don't, yes, I have communication things that I need to work on, but I'm also used to not having to explain myself.
Right.
I'm used to anything I go through, only I know and who I tell. Now it's a lot of dumb shit that you just weren't privy to because you didn't need to be, but now you're around for it and you feel like I owe you an explanation. Not really.
So, on that note, I think we probably are on the same boat on that one. I've definitely gone through the full stages of not communicating properly, and now I've come around to the opposite side where I communicate. I won't say more than necessary, but I communicate everything. So it's one of those things where I will beat you with truth and knowledge of everything that I understand until you don't want to hear me anymore. But I know when to draw back a bit. So I've gotten to the point with Kelly where we talk about damn near everything, so she understands my thought process. Now I don't have to explain anything to her because I went from explaining the situation to explaining my thought process of like, here's how I got here. So I need you to understand how I got here, not what I'm thinking, but here's where I got from A to B. Do you really need to know the details? And then I'll end it from there. You know what I mean? Like, here's why my brain works this way. And my brain works, again, motherfuckers have heard this podcast. My brain makes no sense. I feel like you are sitting on some serious shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Get it off your chest.
Bitches don't like perspective.
No, I could.
That's like, never once have motherfuckers cared. Never once has. Who the fuck said that shit? Who said that shit? I don't remember who said it. Shout out to you. Fucking the question of what did you mean by that has never been followed up by, oh, that's what you meant by that. Mm-hmm. No, we're not gonna fuck about perspective or why this made sense to you.
The fact that I heard that in female voice in my head, and I was like, oh, that's an argument. That's an argument. I done stepped on the landmine. My foot's still sitting on it. Like, do I move or not?
That shit ain't never ended with understanding.
No, absolutely not.
So, yeah. Bitches don't care about perspective.
No. And that's why I always say that I got lucky in the sense that I found somebody who can understand it.
Because perspective as a man is all the fuck we be having sometimes. This, after all the shit I done survived, that's why our perspective usually be off shit that we didn't live.
Oh yeah,
that we didn't live through that we shouldn't have. I do this because of this.
Survival
do
tactics,
not
nigga.
make sense to I almost said the F word. The women. Can't say male or blank no more. Just gotta
all of them bitches. Bitches still been universal, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. You took fag from me, so I'm gonna hold on to bitches.
Oh, I
didn't mean that F word.
I was talking about female.
No. Because again, I don't know why female became a new slur. So everything's a slur now. I told you about obese bitches. Obese being a slur. Stupid motherfuckers. Anyway,
I was done with life when I've read on Instagram that working out is fat phobic.
Yeah.
That shit, intentionally losing weight is fat phobic. That shit killed me. But yeah, man, women. If any women watch this show,
there's a few. Funnily enough, man, comment below. If you're listening, go to YouTube real quick and comment, so we know that you're there.
If any women watch this show and are in relationships, and you do not grasp this, just take yourself out of the situation.
That ain't possible.
Take yourself out of the situation and say, why the fuck? Like, why the fuck would he do this? If you can't come to a conclusion as to why, then it's probably some shit that you ain't lived through.
This is the part where you pull the Dave Chappelle and take the controversial idea and shut the fuck up.
That's how you avoid an argument. Because you're not going to like my explanation. My explanation is either going to be dumb to you.
Right, thank you. Yes, that's a heavy qualification. Everybody else, we all get it.
Or it's not dumb, it's just outside of your reality and people don't like their reality being attacked.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of realities being attacked, this is another topic that I not far off, but the fact that women do not like answers. I don't know if you know that part, or I'm sure you do, because you've dealt with women in general. And I've come to just deal with it.
But they don't like answers, but try to find solutions for everything.
Right. So I'm like, you'll ask me a question, I'm like, oh.
I swear this is not a women bashing episode.
Ooh, I might end
because
up...
we talk shit about niggas too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But the only ones that are only going to hear it in a negative sense are women, because they don't... Hence this topic, they don't like answers. Because they will ask you a question that has... And I hate that when it has the logical ending. There's a logical ending to your problem, but you're just going to tiptoe around that shit to make yourself happy.
All right, is there some shit you gonna forget?
No, go ahead.
I
done woke up a demon.
I have gotten into an argument for not noticing some shit that she noticed, but she also refused to point out what the fuck she noticed.
Oh, the guessing game shit. I love those. Just guess.
I was driving down 79th Street, bro.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oh, shit.
I was driving down 79th. And she said, "Oh, that's funny. Look at that." Am I looking at McDonald's? Am I looking at Tasty Rolls? Am I looking at the fucking stoplight? Am I looking at the nigga on the corner? What the fuck? Oh, you don't see that?
Oh.
You still ain't pointed out what you need me to see.
Please tell me
it could be a nigga with a gun. Can you just point the fuck? What? I don't know. Please. Damn. And driving already gives me anxiety, and you are
time out real quick. Just for reference, were you still currently moving?
Yeah.
I love it.
No, actually no. We were at a red light.
Okay, because I was going to say, if you are in the process of rolling past it, you didn't see that?
We were at a red light, but there's still mad shit in the view of my fucking windshield that you could all be talking about. She was talking about a car had a blue sign that said "Only Vans."
Oh, that would have been real standout to me on 79th. I hate to say it, but 79th, I'm looking at 1,000 other niggas making sure ain't somebody finna roll up on my shit.
Because it was a small blue decal on a nigga's back windshield.
No, I'm good.
And that turned into an argument. Oh, you don't pay attention. Do you know how much shit is in the view of 79th and King Drive? What? For you to talk about a sign on a decal like I give a fuck? Let's not evade that of why did this shit wasn't that funny for you to want me to give this much of a fuck. OnlyFans reference, bitch. That was funny enough. That tickled you.
I'm just gonna also just throw out the fact that you are driving, and I don't think you should be looking at anybody's decals. And then they wonder why we always roast them for being the worst drivers. Because knowing your dumb ass is staring at the back of somebody else's shit.
Bro, I ain't never had nobody. I ain't never in my life. I've gotten into arguments over my use of GPS in my car. I get side-eyed for because I let Siri guide me other than you. At least Siri give me clear Ooh, I ain't never misunderstood Siri. If I made a wrong turn, it was my fault. Siri been crystal fucking clear since I met the bitch. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to Psycho Stick for my favorite song, Girl Directions. That shit be killing me. I'm gonna need you to take a left at the big tree down the street where the van is. You know the van next to the Bed Bath & Beyond over there. Just give me the fucking address.
Just give me the address so I can put it in my phone. And we can get there with no conversation.
Holy shit.
We can get through this whole drive with no conversation.
Ooh, fuck.
Damn.
Girl Directions.
Like, why the fuck are you? Why do you feel a way about the relationship me and Siri got? I pay for this bitch.
But my favorite part of it is it's not. I love how you use the correct terms, and this is why I love this shit. You didn't say, "Oh, this was a disagreement. This was a misunderstanding." This shit turned, because that's what I never understood. How did it go from here to a full blown argument about my decisions? I made the clear cut decision. This was my call. How did we get from here?
And my shit.
It's like, bitch, you can walk. You have all it. You got 2 feet. Why don't you walk your ass where you feel like going? Best believe if I end up getting into an argument about directions and travel in my car with my shit, with my GPS take you somewhere you need to go. Get the fuck out then. I could have went home. Loved it.
And you want to know what I hate about these episodes? Because I always feel like
This gonna be the one.
This gonna be the one she wants. We have been sitting on the couch, thing on YouTube, thumbnail with me in it. Still in, click on it or make reference to it. But I swear to God, the relationship episode gonna be the one she tap into. I swear to God, I leave the house. If that ever happens, I'm walking out and grabbing my car keys and I'm going. Cause you skipped the ones where I call you the love of my life and I love you, ma. No, the time I talk about the dumb shit. We're unfiltered because it's another nigga here to understand. Have you, man, no. The worst part about girl directions is when she get mad at you for making the wrong direction because she get bad directions and then it's just fucking over it.
Right.
Oh, I'm over it. Fuck it. Figure it out. So you've now taken Siri out of my arsenal. You're not going to help me. And I'm bro, I've got me not knowing the city has been multiple fights. Because I was a fucking shelter kid that didn't take fucking I didn't take fucking public transportation. So I'm sorry that I don't know how far fucking state is from LaSalle. I didn't fucking go on downtown as a kid. My fucking friends was in my hood. Or in the hood.
I was gonna say,
regardless, there was a hood involved, bitch. You wasn't no downtown driving. That's why the fuck they made maps and GPS. You just decided to not use technology. I told you this episode was gonna trigger me.
I knew it. I figured it out. Now, to my Chicago niggas.
So yes, I know the streets better? Probably. But damn, I ain't never felt like I had to defend my upbringing to a motherfucker so hard.
Right. No, I understand.
Women don't like you being different from them.
No.
But they get with you because you're different from them.
Shit. You wanna be triggered real quick. You wanna be triggered real quick. Talk about
they love you because you're different, but they hate you because you're different.
This nigga had to take a walk. No, because this will trigger almost every male. Everybody tap in on this one. Comment below. Just a thumbs up if you can relate to this shit.
Look. Stay with your girl. I feel like this episode might be like this episode is not leave that bitch one-on-one. No, it's just
know that we are different.
Yeah.
We all suffer the same way. That's all I'm saying. Relationship is suffering. There's always suffering involved. But here's some shit. Every male that listens to this episode, thumbs up because we all know it's true. And I think women know this shit is true and they just don't want to admit this shit. You ever did a fucking chore around your bitch? And you didn't do the chore the way she wanted you to do the chore? And then that was the end of the shit? Like all hell done broke loose?
And automatically, despite you being in the middle of an activity, guess what you still are? A lazy nigga.
Mm-hmm. Motherfucker,
I'm lazy in the middle of doing an activity?
This motherfucker didn't wash the dish the way I like the dishes washed. Circular motion, not side to side. It be some simple shit. It be the simplest shit that just throw a motherfucker off the rails.
You know what, oh, man.
But I will say this, because I know Kelly's going to listen to this episode. I know I get on you about hanging up my clothes. I do appreciate you hanging up my clothes and shit after laundry day.
Nigga caping.
But no, it ain't.
You gotta have a fleet just in case.
No, it ain't even that. It's just because my laundry is my shit.
Yeah.
I will rather you not finish my laundry. Like, I'm glad you washed my laundry. Thank you. But when it comes to hanging my shit up, I had a system. You know, my shirts go in a certain order. Nigga, I used to organize my graphic tees by characters.
Damn.
I had all my fucking Final Fantasy shirts here, my all gaming shirts here, all shit like that. I had my drawers folded a certain way. I like my drawers folded a certain way. I'm sorry. I'm not mad at you for folding them backwards, but just let me fold them. That's the difference.
Fuck it. Since we just triggering niggas, have you ever been full? Like full. Like you content. You had a good little meal. And now it's time for her to eat. And you're saying, "Hey babe, I'll buy you dinner." And she still asks you your input on what the fuck she should eat?
I told you this last episode, or a few episodes
Are
ago.
you shitting me? Why the fuck does it matter what I think you should eat?
I've already answered that question. Because the first time a female knew what she wanted to eat, we got kicked out of eating. Them bitches know better now. Don't pick none of your meals, because you ate an apple and got us all fucked. Shut the fuck up. Let me figure out the food around here, because your ass apparently don't know shit.
But that's so dumb. You should
I
know.
don't.
Bro, I've gotten into an argument for not memorizing a motherfucker.
No, you told me that shit. For not memorizing a fucking specific ass order.
Yes. Oh, man.
Especially if you got, some particularities to your order. Nigga, a text message will go a long way.
Bro, it's not even that. It turned into why do you not pay attention to me?
See, that should be killing me.
Are you shitting me? Because I gotta think about running a household and my job. And my job after I get off my job, I still got 3 other jobs. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna fucking know that you always want the fucking Sprite with the twist. No, I'm sorry. That's not what I'm not going to memorize your food order ever. That's why Uber Eats has a history.
Fuck that. That's why it's your order, bitch. It ain't for me to remember. I remember what I like. I need you to remember what the fuck you like. Hey, remember the beginning part of this episode where I said I'm gonna need you to help back me up on some simple shit every once in a while? Why don't you simply remember your fucking order and tell it to me instead of me having to memorize your goofy ass order every time? I might generally remember some shit. I'm like, hey, I know you like chicken. How do you like old chicken? Ain't got shit to do with me.
Okay, but now, after that, I do remember. Hey, I remember now. You know what else is gonna be really fucked up? The day I don't ask you, and that's the day you decide you want something different.
Something different, yeah. No, I didn't have that one already. It'd be that day when actually I wanted to try something. Fuck!
like honestly, being in a relationship is just a whole bunch of fuck. I can't do shit right.
Mm-hmm. For men, only for men though.
Only for men.